Good day, time, my fuzzies, and welcome to a quick review of a game, movie, or TV show I just finished. All thoughts and feelings are my own and are just for fun, quick way to get out my feelings on what I just played or watched. So enjoy and don't take anything too seriously. Good day, time, my fuzzies, and welcome to a quick review of the Die Hard movie. Yeah. Overall, I just watched it. You can check my watch along I just did if you want. But overall, it's a really solid movie. Even after so many years, it looks nice, the story is neat. The middle kind of got a little slow, but it had a fiery beginning, and definitely a fiery end, that I enjoyed immensely. A lot to enjoy. Overall, it's a good pick, and movie to watch. Yeah. Technically a Christmas movie, or at least a Christmas time movie if you want to come to consider it. Like I said before, I consider it more of a Christmas-adjacent movie over anything else. It's more along the lines of Christmas, but if you took Christmas out, or not Christmas-adjacent, technically Christmas movie. It's a technical Christmas movie. Because if you took any reference to Christmas out, the movie wouldn't really change. But going into it for more of a deep look for this quick review, with the characters, main characters being John McClane, Hans Gruber, his wife Holly McClane, or Holly starts with a G, and there was a cop guy. Either way, no, we don't start with that. Well, I already am. And overall, for the characters, they are very solid for getting this through. John McClane is very smart, and he takes in the scenery. He doesn't just go guns blazing. He's very calm, thinking about stuff, putting things together slowly to make him seem more real. He's been a cop from New York, so he knows how the beat goes. He knows how to put things together and go into a tough situation, and hopefully live through it. Which he does, but he still takes damage. He still has failings, so he's not a superhuman being who just bursts forward and just takes everyone out easily. He has to think. He works. He's smart. He's smart enough to figure things out and not give things away. Overall, a good hero to have. Really engaging and did a good job keeping the movie going. But on the flip side of that, you had Hans Gruber, who is the terrorist of this movie, taking over Nakatomi Plaza in order to get the money that's in the vault. And he does a good job of being threatening, taking control of everything going on with his men, pushing things forward, making sure things go good, keeping John, who he doesn't know is John at the beginning, contained and whatnot, so he doesn't go out and ruin more things, or try to. He's really good at being the bad threat in the end that you root for because you enjoy him, but you can also want to see his downfall because he's just scummy enough. Going from that, the next biggest part, I guess, would be the one cop, Al, who gets the call, comes in, he's a desk cop, gets shot at, and calls everyone else in. He has a good repertoire with John, keeping him calm and relaxed, and just being friendly, getting the situation down, and trying to do the best for everyone there. Not overly important for him to be there, but he does give the humanity to John so they can both talk and whatnot, which is nice. And then a lot of the other characters are just plot focused to keep things really on track. You have his wife, who's just there because they're having him and John are having problems. They talk about it, and then she tries to help the people after Hans killed her boss. And she becomes next in charge, I guess. And more or less there, but she is good to keep it going and give a connection to our protagonist, John, for when Hans figures it out, to give some more danger in the ending, which it does. Beyond that, you have other characters like the other terrorists who are attacking. There's the one brother whose brother gets killed first, who wants revenge. You see him a lot, but his motivation is just kill John no matter what happens. And a lot of the other characters go like that. Ellis is just to give information out. and show Hans isn't screwing around. The news people are just to show how, give, again, more information. That's how through the news, Hans figures out, oh, that's the wife, so I can use her to get to John, and stuff like that. A lot of other characters who are good, but they kind of just keep it going. You don't really get to know them much. Fine people, though. Going into next, what should have been first, the story. I guess before the events of the movie, John and his wife got into a fight because his wife, Holly, wanted to go into New York because she had... No, not New York. California. Because she had a job opportunity. He didn't want that. Other probably stuff in their marriage. But she goes. He stays behind. He is flown over by Holly's boss. I can't remember his name. To be with them during Christmas and whatnot. They still fight. When Nakatomi Plaza is attacked by Hans Gruber and his men trying to get into the vault and get the money from it. And the rest of the movie is just John McClane going through, killing a lot of people, keeping things under wraps as much as he can, while the police try and come in at one point. And that goes awry. The FBI comes around, and they are trying to do their best, also get taken for a fool because of Hans, and stuff like that. The story, and then, yeah, in the end, John gets the bad guy, and it ends. I don't want to go too much into it, and there's not much to say besides just, John attacks a guy, he wins, he's sneaking around, people find them, he has to run for cover, they almost get him, but he barely gets away, and stuff like that. It's a nice, solid, one man versus an army scenario where he has to go through elevators, use the weapons when he finds, get people when he can, and just survive. Overall, a really good story with a good premise. A lot of good stuff is not directly mentioned, but you can kind of put it together, and even he puts it together, and it makes for a fun action romp, where the action hero isn't just god tier and can just burst through everyone, have no problem, and come out victorious very quickly. He's down to earth, he has to plan, he has to think, he gets the upper hand, he has to run at times. It's a lot of cat and mouse. He takes a win over here, but he has to run over here, from here. Yeah, very good for story. And the setting, it being in the Nakatomi Plaza, also is very nice. It's very compact and stationary, I guess, with there being only a few floors, the elevator shaft, and whatnot to go through, and the outside. So there's not much to look at, but you get a feel of him going up and down the elevator shafts, the stairs, trying to figure things out, run for cover, hide, and whatnot, while the other people do everything else. And it makes for a good set piece for a contained action thriller. Contained action thriller where they have to destroy stuff, where he has to take out the bad guys before they do anything more. And fun is had. Overall, a fine movie. Place to set it in for what it is. And it is good. Going on to the special effects, a lot of it looks really good. There's a lot of broken glass, people getting shot and blood coming out, which doesn't always look the most real, but it does a really good job overall. There's a lot of good stunts, good fighting, firearms and whatnot, explosions galore. It's a really good, fun story all in all. I really enjoyed it. The special effects really do help to edge it further, to make it more believable and better. Very nice. And I don't have much else for Legacy, but overall it is a very, very solid movie to watch. And I'll probably watch it again. The story is just very nice and compact. Like I said, the beginning, it starts quite quickly when everything's going on, ish, and gets right into some good action. The middle is kind of a waiting point where stuff just kind of happens, and the ending going full throttle into his end, being Hans Gruber and whatnot, makes for a really good, well put together movie. And that the characters of John, who is very likable, who is not a god tier fighter, but he knows what to do, he has plans and whatnot. Sometimes he's really good at succeeding, other times he has to run away. He did really good on that. And Hans Gruber being his foil, or being the one trying to get him, is also very nice. Played by Alan Roderick? Oh gosh, no. But he does a really good job portraying the character, being good, threatening force while trying to get his men together, as well as putting on an accent when John does find him. All in all, making for a really good dynamic going against each other. Add in the one cop who's talking to John to kind of get information / just be a friend for him to talk to so he doesn't go completely crazy. All in all, it's really good. The action was really good and suspenseful. A lot of it made sense. It looked good. The actors were good. All in all, a very, very good movie that if you haven't watched it, and I don't know why you haven't, this is hailed as a good movie, and I see why. And I highly recommend it. But, watch the movie, I guess. But, thank you for watching this quick review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next anytime, my Fuzzlegates. Take care.